Hello, my name is Sakusa, and if you are watching this, you are probably very new. So I will be showing you how to host. So let's go.
Disclaimer: do not fully rely on this video. While it does help, it should not be your only source of training or experience with Acacia Island.
So you'd join in and you'd have admin commands. Perfect. So people would be lined up here and lined up there as well. In a perfect world, we'd have a charring system where people could char themselves. So we're gonna act like we don't need that for now, but if you do, you can char people by going up to them and asking char, and then they'll tell you what char they need, and then you could do char, say someone's name is Emily, and then whatever username that they want, and it would basically make their avatar that username. So after doing that, you would team people. So make sure that you always team yourself first. So team me host. And then you'll see that you go to the hosting screen. So since there's no one here, you can't team anyone, but let's say team Emily Pink. And that would team them to Pink. So you want 5 people on each side. So you want 5 people on Pink and 5 people on Blue. After teaming them, you would also state the rules. I don't have a copy and paste of the rules right here, but I would, so you would do the M, and then here are some rules. And sometimes it'll tag, sometimes it won't. If it doesn't tag, if it does tag, say, look in chat. Okay, then if it tags again, say chat. So yeah, that's how you do that. So after doing that, you would go to the island, so you fly over to the island, and go. So I want you guys to pay attention to the commands I'm using in this video to kind of accommodate yourself with that. So you would put the blue team over here, so you would do bring that blue, and it would have them lined up there, and then you would say, everyone stay in your spots. Again, everything is tagging for me. Usually it doesn't, but hopefully that gets fixed. And you would bring the pink team over here. Again, everyone stay in your spots. You would couple them by just saying, come on out with the N command, so go, which will basically say for them to go and come on out. So after doing that, you want to take as many notes as you can for people. So make sure that you use this command, notepad, to take notes of who's with who for coupling and their usernames as well, just to make it a little bit easier on you. So after doing that, you let them meet each other for a little bit. I usually set a timer, so you would do timer 60, just for 60 seconds. And after doing that, you would bring them over to a relay race or anywhere to do a challenge. So you would bring at B, not at P. Make sure to do that exactly how I'm doing it right here. Because if you do all, then it'll bring everyone in the server and it will not go well. Never use all. So after doing that, you tell them what the challenge is. Your challenge is blah, blah, blah. So after doing that, you give them time to complete the challenge. Always do a countdown for that. So let's do 50 seconds just to complete the challenge. Let's say they completed that. After that, it's your decision to do elimination the first night or not. But if you are, do times 6, and then bring all of them over to do there. You take the winner from the previous round, and they basically vote someone off. So you announce who's voting off, like Ash is going home. Oh. So after that, after announcing who's doing that, you would team them back to Islander. So you would team, let's say Ash, as I said earlier, Islander. So after doing that, you bring them to here and bring at P, as I said earlier. But after doing that, you do blind. And then this is the only instance where you can do it. But do a countdown for about 30 seconds so that they know it's going to be over in 30 seconds. But you want to do blind for all of them, as I said earlier. But after doing that, you would want to do time 11. So that brings it back to daytime. Let's say your timer is over. Then this is the only time where you can use all. Unblind all. So you would do that. And then using the bring command with the P, you would bring them over to eat breakfast. You would announce it's breakfast, give them about a minute for the countdown, and then you would go move on to your second challenge of the day. So you usually do not want to do elimination every single night. There's one night where there's no elimination. So let's say they're having a beach day or their challenge is to run across the beach. You announce that. Well, you would bring them first, you announce that. And then after that, as routine, speed, time, 6, let them vote, all of that is shown. And if you do not have them voting, the winning couple gets a special room. So you just bring them to the room, do the nighttime procedure as always, and then time 11, and do as you did before. So this would be your third and fourth day. For your third and fourth day, you do the same as the second, which I just showed. You wake them up, you bring them to breakfast, you complete a challenge, you either vote or you don't vote. So if you're not voting or anything, and you also want to have a role play day. So for your fourth day, no challenge, just a role play day or something. And then that brings us to our final day. There should be 2 couples left. You do everything as normal, although you can use certain commands to make it special for them, like you could do hat, all, and then 45. But it would actually be a regular ID rather than just 45. So after doing that, you would do one final challenge, but you would give them more time than usual before the challenge. So you would give them 2 minutes instead of 1 for breakfast, or as shown. And after whoever wins the challenge, you would say, Poop McGee is our winner. So after doing that, you would bring over both of the winners, you would have them take a photo, and you would have the runner-ups take a photo, you would team everyone back to Islander, and there's 2 things you could do after teaming them all back to Islander. So for doing that, you could do team all Isla, and as shown, I would go back there, but I'm gonna just keep me as host for now. So by doing that, so you don't have to technically do all of that. So after teaming them to all to Islander, you can do then Islander, just to make them all reset so that they respawn back up there. And then that pretty much concludes your session, other than the ending announcement, which you can say something like, thank you for coming. So thank you for watching, and I hope you know how to host now, or at least a little bit better. Thank you. Goodbye.